Hit the like or the dog gets no treats. Hey, you want to see something cool my dog can do now? Come here, buddy. Come here, Rocky. Come here. Sit. Damn. Sit. No. Don't slide. Sit. Shake. Yeah, buddy. Took us all at 20 minutes to teach him that. Because this boy is a genius. He's smarter than me. Here you go. Have a treat. Hey, good boy. This is the chill live stream, but yeah, I decided to teach him how to shake today, and the boy decided to do it. Because my boy's so smart. Look at his face. Oh, he just loves it right there. Go ahead. He can actually fall asleep sitting up because of that. Yes, good buddy. Good boy. Anyways, that's Doggo. Just thought I'd show off his new trick. Literally took us 10 minutes to teach him that. 5 treats. And he shakes. Look at that. He knows exactly what to do. Hey, don't bite me. He's a good boy, and then he bites me. Yay! Of course, there's also... You can look at his ears. He knows what he did. Look what he did to my hat. You know what you did. You remember that? Yeah, you remember that. Yes, sir. Hey, Mountain Man, what is up? My boy's so good. Look at this boy, man. You ever seen a dog so freaking chill? Bestest dog ever. Anyways, you want to see some guns now? No, show us the dog. So, anyways, same wall. Nothing's changed because it's the 2025 acquisition wall and nothing's changed. In fact, I'm selling a few of the guns. One of my buddies is going to take a bunch of them off my hands because the boy needs some money. And some of them I don't give a shit about. Paul, what is up? Sorry, I couldn't answer. Sorry, I had to grab this. Thank you, buddy. Got to make sure to plug in the phone this time. He's a rescue that's about a year old. Oh, shit. Hang on a second. Look at the wall. We need to turn on Do Not Disturb because some dumbass will try to call me. There we go. Most professional live streamer ever, bros. Motherfucker. Like I said, most professional live streamer ever. Nice Oculus. That's actually the 2. I've got the 3 sitting on a chair. So I was using the 2 for a while, but then I decided to get the 3 because the grips are so much better for gun games. So, yeah, for those of you that don't know, this is the 3. God damn it. Yeah. Has better tracking on it. And it's also got 4K screens. It's not the Quest 3 Pro, though. I wanted the Pro, but it's way too fucking expensive. I had to sell 2 of my Quest 2s in order to afford it. But this is why I like it. It's got these grips instead of these ones. So these ones allow you to rack guns in VR. These ones don't because of this big hoop over the top. When you try to come over the top and rack, when you're playing a game, you were smacking the top of the controller. So, but it's still a great like movie watching experience. I watch a lot of porn. So, Rocco's so nice rescuing Joe from himself. Rocky is awesome. He's the best dog in the world. Isn't that right, buddy? Who's a good dog? He's just sitting over there wagging. He's also a little tired. I have the 2 when I'm done with my Ace VR setup. Do you want it? If I can't afford the subscription. What? I don't know what you mean, Grayson. Rocky, treat. There you go. Hold on, my chat just froze already. Favorite gun are 1911s. 1911s have always been and will always be the guns that I associate myself with the most. So, yes, thank you for asking. Also, I need a haircut. Oh, the gun grip for the Oculus. I've been looking at a few different gun grips. I'm not 100% sure which one I want. That's pretty cool, though. Gives it a 2011 staccato style. Interesting. Lockheed, American. You cannot export guns as an individual. No, the PX9 comp is not for sale. I can get them, but that particular one was the sample that TSOS sent me. Guns that were sent to me for review are not for sale. Does that gun shoot a 36 millimeter bullet? If you're talking about the TAC 79, it shoots a 37 millimeter signal device. Although I have flashbangs and smoke ones. Yours is simulated for weight. Yours is the SIG platform. Oh, does it go off on its own? Ha ha ha! Just in case somebody wanted to make that joke. The wall really is coming along. It's actually going to go down a little bit. What's the old saying? Fuck life. No, it's yeah, money's still tight, so I'm gonna get rid of a few guns. Get a Benelli and stop bitching. I've got a 930 tactical. I don't need a Benelli. My EDC is sitting up on the wall right now. It's the 1911 right there. That's the one I'm carrying right now because I put the O sight on it and I'm testing it. Flashbangs would be cool. Yeah, they're pretty fun. Nice Nerf gun correction. Thank you. I have good correction. I like my correction. I have a big correction. Did you just say you have an erection? Sure do. Ace XR. Dude, they even do a rifle one. That's pretty cool. And because it's got a pick rail, you can put a light on it. Dude, they got one for the Shadow, too. God damn, I might have to order something. Why'd you have to tell me about this stuff, Grayson? I have pulled my gun, but I have never had to use it before. Are you late? Not really. It's only 8:10. You're not really late. I don't call it late. They have an app for it on Oculus. Yeah, I'm going to have to check it out. The whole thing has an expense. It has a subscription. Oh, then I might be out. You carry with one in the chamber, right? Yes, absolutely. Cocked, locked, and ready to rock is how we put it. So I'm thinking about getting the full rifle stock because I play a lot of Ghost of Tabor, so you use a lot of rifles, but it does create an issue sometimes. So. I don't think I know. Yeah, well, watch the new South Park. No, I do not watch South Park anymore. Ah, so we have a bunch of goobers in here today. Newski, what is up, sir? Amazon has one where it uses magnets so you can switch to pistol. Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. So it attaches directly to it, and it's magnetic and all that stuff. But I don't know if I want to go with something that complicated. I just kind of want the pistol one, although I don't need the one for pistol because in VR I'm actually very solid with the pistols. In fact, I play a lot of Ghost of Tabor just using pistol. Hello, Mike. Lottie. Hey, how have you been? Pretty good. Victor says hi. Hubert says hi. As you come in, hit the like button, or I refuse to talk to you. No, I'm just kidding. But if you hit the like button, it helps the algorithm and shit. Got a P220. No, not since I sold my Legion. I'm waiting for them to come out with the 220 Reserve. I do go to the Rage, Tristan. I don't I don't hunt with guns, though. You play Pavlov and Contractors. Contractor Showdown is what Tabor is basically a clone of. They're both clones of Escape from Tarkov. So this was my newer hat, and my dog decided to use it as a chew toy because he was being a pissy bastard because I wouldn't play with him, even though we had just spent 30 minutes outside playing tug. Extremely jealous. Don't be jealous. It's pretty shit. Still looks good. Yeah, I mean, the hat still works. I mean, it's still a hat. It just looks like I'm a good old boy. Look at that. I'll wear this for the rest of the stream. Come on in. Check out the hat. They have a lot of different places that let you do target practice. It's really fun. I'm not sure if you'd be allowed to bring your own. I don't know what you're referring to in terms of location or whatever, but most gun ranges allow you to bring your own gun. Imagine if I was wearing the fake titties and the hat. That'd be hilarious. My dog's sleeping. Do I have any 4570s? Yes, I have a Marlin 1895 and 4570. Rocky did that to the hat? Yep, because he was being a dick. So he and I played for about 30 minutes, and then I was working on my computer, and I told him to go lay down, so he went into my bedroom and started chewing on a hat. Look at the screen behind me. This is all green screen, so they're all up there. I've saved $10,000 in ammo. The Ace app keeps track. Nice. I was not in the military. Is a Ruger SR 1911 a good 1911? Yes, I like the SR 1911. I've had two of them. They shoot extremely well. I had one in 45, one in 9. The one in 9, somebody had very poorly put in a different safety, so it didn't work really well. So I wound up getting rid of that one. Hope you're doing well. I'm back to work now. Good job, Massive. I'm glad to hear that, man. Everybody needs to do something, right? On that note, I'm taking the store basically online only for a while just because I want to focus on YouTube and doing other shit, and it's cheaper if I don't have to daily run a store, so I'm going to be going online only. Would I recommend a 10mm SR 1911? Yeah, any 1911 and 10mm is pretty solid. Interestingly enough, the Colt Delta Elite is the only one I actually would say you need to be cautious with, because the Colt Delta Elite can handle 10mm fine, it just can't handle plus Ps. You love the hat? Yeah, so I could keep wearing it, but it's distracting me because I can see the fuzzies in my eyes. Which space gun? Talking about the tan one up there? It's not a space gun. It's a chassis system for a Glock. It doesn't currently have a Glock in it because I sold the Glock that I had in it. What do I do for a living? I'm disabled. I own a gun store, but I really am not doing anything with the gun store right now just because other than my loyal subscribers that have actually done some online purchasing, times are tough right now, so I'm going to go online and shipping in only. Thought it was a Vector. It does look like a Vector because of the front grip on it. Kind of makes the whole front end look weird. Yeah. What's up? How's Rocky? Rocky's doing great, dude. I taught him how to shake today. It took about 10 minutes and about 50 treats. Not 50, I'm just messing with you. But it took about 20 treats. Is it worth carrying plus P ammo? Not really. Plus P ammo only matters if you're trying to punch through soft body armor. Why do you do these videos so nobody breaks in the house? Because she got 100 guns. What? What do I have that's California compliant? Heritage Rough Rider revolver? Maybe. Hello, Kai. You have a 50 AE. Not anymore. Sold it. Hello, Sherry. Would going on the online right be better than brick and mortar for an FFL? You still need a brick and mortar for deliveries and stuff, but online is just, it allows me to allow people, sorry, it allows me to have the online store, and then you can order whatever you want, and then I can just, it's kind of like being an Amazon drop shipper, but for guns. You like knives. I appreciate them. I'm not a knife guy. These hands are California compliant. Not if you have 11 fingers, it's not. You have 22s. Yep. Michael says, that's so sick. It's pretty cool. But we also have shit that I'll never have to eat because nobody wants to donate. I mean, Stonehaven did, so he donated $100, but I said it would take $500 because I'm not a cheap date. I'm a very expensive whore when it comes to doing stupid shit. So if you guys want me to eat any of that super hot stuff, it's going to cost you $500. I set the price exceedingly high because I don't want to do it. And it has to be Cash App, not YouTube donations. What's your favorite guns? 1911s. 1911s have been, will be, and always shall be my friend. I mean, my favorite. You got a Tommy gun? Nope. SIG 2011 a thing or what? Haven't seen one yet. Yeah, they publicized it and they just haven't released it yet. And it's not a true 2011 because it uses SIG mags. It's a fair price because it will mess up your whole week. I agree, John. I'm broke at the moment. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Have you had a chance to go to any junkyards, though? Do they have any Ram Rebels? What do you think about the FN 510? I've never recommended the 5 Series from FN. I seriously don't. And after Kentucky Ballistics' frame broke on him, it just validated what I'd been saying for years before then. You can go back on my channel years when the FN 5 Series first came out. They raised the price from the old FNS line. The quality of the gun went down. The plastic is shit on the 5 Series. Small PP? How did you know? I work 10 hours a day, 7 days a week. I can't go to scrapyard. Aw. What do I think about the T-Sauce 45? Which version of it? I mean, they're all okay. I never recommend the GI models just because toast. What the fuck does that mean? But the GI models of 1911s have shit sights on them, so I never recommend those. Hey, Jeff, thank you very much for the donation. Appreciate that. Jeff Elliott came in with a $10 donation for the new hat. Thank you so much. You can just have my truck. Let's trade. No, I have a crew cab. No, thank you. Thank you, Jeff. You're a king, dude. What do you think of the Brat in 9mm? It's an interesting gun. I've been waiting for Gerson to send it to me. I've been on their list, but they were producing the optics cut version right now. So as soon as they get them produced, they're going to send me one. You got a new subscriber. I'm working on his car, and got you on the flat screen. Thanks, brother. Yeah. What the fuck just happened? So, all right. Goodbye, Charles. Can't wait. In fact, while I'm talking to you guys, I'm going to send them an email because I think it's been a while. Yeah, July 26th was the last time they actually talked to me. Oh, shit, I missed a bunch of them. What's your thoughts on the PSA Dagger? Quality control has always been an issue with Palmetto State. They still haven't quite figured it out. They are getting better than they used to be, but watch them, test them, take the gun apart when you first get it, make sure there's no weird like manufacturing defects inside of it, and that they have all the parts. What's the most twist rate you've seen on a firearm? I can't say I've ever really like done a deep dive into that, man. By the way, we got 2 of those DY9s. They are super solid guns. Yeah, I like the DY9. I shot the regular version. I have not shot the Island Compiat version. Alrighty. Glock is overrated, to be honest. Absolutely. You love peanut butter. Peanut butter's good. Yeah, just kind of, like I said, this is just a little bit of a chiller out one tonight. So, just saying hi. It's all right, dude. I got it. It's people trying to find ways around the filters that I have in place against racism. Hello, Rowan. Don't type in all caps or I won't respond. What's your thoughts on the Ross Martin RMS1? I've only seen them a couple of times. They seem okay. They're all kind of Glockish. What is your biggest gun? My biggest gun right now would be probably my Marlin in 4570 because I sold my 460X VR. Wolfgang, translate to English or nothing. Do I like Berettas? I'm indifferent to Berettas. Berettas are fine. They do nothing for me personally because I don't like double action to single action guns. But otherwise, they shoot good. You know, they're pretty damn reliable. Hello, Julie. Nino says hello, 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 hello. Everybody that comes in that has to hit the like. It's a rule we have here on the channel. Doesn't matter what you know about me. Doesn't matter if you've never been here before. You are required by law to hit the like button. Am I hydrating? Not only am I hydrating, I have a bandolier. Not a Vector. It's a chassis kit for a Glock. Begging for likes. Yes, I could be a douche nozzle and beg for money. Likes help the channel grow in a more organic way because they show the algorithm that people are engaging. So yes, asking people to hit the like button is absolutely fine. Notifications. I do not have notifications turned on purpose. It limits the number of people that find the live stream if you have notifications turned on. What's the best Glockle? The best Glock? There is no such thing. They're all the same. They're all Glocks. What do you think about the Zastava AKs? Next to Arsenal, they're pretty damn solid. They're better than Century Arms. Century Arms are okay, but yeah. Your lighting is so good it makes the background look fake. Interesting. Nobody's ever told me that before. Is YouTube going to sue you if you don't like? They might. YouTube is very litigious fuckers. The boombox from Q had a twist rate of 3-to-1 in 8.6 blackout. Really considered a big on subsonic to have so much penetration because the chain. Dude, the 8.6 just in general is amazing. What's the best SIG 320 that doesn't go off unintended? Any single one that has the flat face trigger, from the X Full all the way up to the AXG Legions. If you don't buy the cheapest version possible, you'll be fine. But the curved trigger models are the ones that have the biggest issues. Hello, Eclipses. What is a Dabra? Rocky sub. You have a revolver. Yes, I've got revolvers. Who's spamming? Dodge City Kid is just talking, man. So it's not him. We don't do shout outs on this channel. One time I shout out is when I catch Rocky eating my hats. Isn't that right, Ding Dong? Oh, he's asleep. He's had a lot of time today to do nothing, so now he's tired. What's the most non-lethal gun you own? I don't really have any that are non-lethal because I don't have any like pepper ball versions. You'll buy the curved trigger version because you like to live your life on the edge. Yeah, the problem is living your life on the edge and having the choice taken away from you are two separate things. The SIG takes the choice away from you. Be a nice house to break into to get guns. It's a nice house to break into to get gunned down. Yes, my dog's name is Rocky. No, I do not have the Dardek magazine-fed revolver. That would be cool. I was hurt and ill today. I did my chores, but it was not easy. Well, I'm sorry you were hurt today, Joshua. I hope you're feeling better. Any gun could be considered your most lethal. It all comes down to the person shooting it. In the hands of an idiot who doesn't know how to shoot and they're just mag dumping, spray and pray, then a 50 AE will do nothing. Versus somebody who has a Ruger 1022 or a Ruger Mark IV and 22 long rifle, but they're accurate, they could kill somebody before idiots miss. It's a small pistol. No, I do not have a Dabra. Yeah. I keep telling you to stop typing in caps. Now you can go away. Move the camera around so I can figure out how to break in. Yeah, not a problem. I'll also give you the code to my alarm system. It's 911. Took the Rete to the range last weekend for the second time. The only issue I found is the finish between the slide and the frame has started to come off. That makes sense. But that's not a big deal. Who cares, right? I have yet to shoot the one I got. Open the door. You're the FBI from China. Oh, you put your hand up. Have I shot the new Mac 9 DS? No, I have not. I'm waiting to get one. I have shot the Duty Gen 2, which has the bull barrel in it, but they have not sent me the comp one yet. I need to buy one. Should you pick up a police trade-in Mossberg 500 for $350? Sure, as long as it looks good. I don't need help digging, man. I just have a buddy that has a pig farm. Pigs eat anything. What weapons are your favorite? My favorite guns are 1911s. Should I get a Mark IV and 4.4 or 3-inch? The 3-inch keeps everything subsonic. That is not true. You shoot a 1,300 foot per second round out of a 3-inch barrel, it's still going to go supersonic. What's the big gun behind you with the scope on it? That is a custom-built AR-15. China banned guns. I envy you that you can play with guns. Yeah, America does have that. Everything's better than staccato. Aim Surplus got a lot of police to trade in tasers for $100. Yeah, you got to be careful though. Tasers have a shelf life. They can wear out. They can go inert. The electricity in them can die out, and then they won't be really good. You got to fire the Kuna. I've been waiting for my distributor to get me one. I don't know what a Fennec is. Stop asking. What inspired you to collect? So my buddy started a gun store back in 2019. Super long story. I killed myself in 2017, and when it didn't take, I decided to find something else to do with my life instead of working 8 days a week. So I eventually went to work and helped my buddy start his gun store, and I just started liking guns. Yeah, I don't play games really that much. A quick guy jump breaks in. If a quick guy breaks in right now, he's going to get hit with 10 rounds of 9mm out of a 1911 right now. I'm hoping after the 320 crap I can get one for nothing. We talked about that, brother. Did not know that they had the taser. Yeah, so that police have to cycle them out because again they're charged that the way they're built. Show Rocky and I'll cash app you $20 tomorrow. He's sleeping. Rocky, you want a treat? Buddy, Rocky, you want a treat? Huh? Come here. Come here. You want it? Come here. You gotta come here. Come. You want a treat? Come here. Dude, he's got one ear down. He's so goddamn tired. Hold on. Come here, Rocky. Look. Look at that, dude. He's got one ear down. You're so cute. Oh, you can't even see him. The Gatorade's in the way. Look how tired he is. Rocky, look up here. I've been mixing it up, trying different treats and stuff. He likes a lot of different stuff. Here you go, buddy. I'm sorry. Gracie owes you $20, dude. Oh God. That pupper's wore out. Dude, we've been playing a lot on purpose. I want him to exercise, be social, and all that stuff. I'm going to be the dog owner that allows his dog to play. God damn it. How long will this drop in ammo price last? For a while, unless things really get out of hand with tariffs. Yeah. What do I drive? I've got a Ram and a Navigator. Getting rid of the Navigator, though. Buddy of mine just got, the place I got the Navigator from just got a regular RT Challenger, and my dad won't part with his Scat Pack, so I'm thinking I'll just trade. Although it won't last long. It's already gone. Interesting. I can get another Durango, I guess. How's an 18 got that fucking front end? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, they had a Challenger up there this morning, but it's already gone. They had a Hemi, so I was going to trade in the truck for another thing. Are ammo companies moving back to the U.S.? I mean, most of them, yeah. I mean, because of tariffs on stuff, it's cheaper to manufacture here, some things. Toyotas are good. Toyotas are Toyotas. Can't ever not. I like a person whose life beat or a broken body or soul and never gives up. I can respect it and always will. Thank you. I appreciate that about everybody else, too. Kind of wanna, but I'm a Red Rebel shifter because it's metal. But the Ram Rebel shift because it's metal. What did I miss? I don't have Cash App. They won't verify me. I hate to waste my money giving super chats. Yeah, don't do it, militant, because it takes 6 weeks to pay me and it takes 30% of it. Get an F-150 2023. I had a 2016, so I didn't have the 10-speed, but I had a 2016, which is the same basic body style. It was fine, but yeah. Yeah, the older Tundras are actually much better than the newer ones, 100%. My dog is so tired, he's sleeping, I'm wired, and I'm going to play Tabor. Dude, he's so tired he didn't even eat the treat. He's just laying next to it. I want to buy a Ram Rebel shifter because it's plastic. Oh, gotcha. You got a floor. It has a center console shifter? What year's your truck? How many guns do you have? Triple digits a couple times. You need that AR. That AR is not for sale, and to duplicate that exact AR is $4,500. So I would recommend that you don't do what I did. Well, you can't do what I did because I didn't pay a penny for that gun. Isuzu Troopers were cool. So that gun is built from a PSVA 15 lower, and it's made up of parts that I got for free. How often do y'all shoot 22 long rifle? I try to shoot it at least once a month, but I really don't film it that much unless I'm purposely shooting a gun that is in 22. Like, I need to shoot the Rete and film it. Has a dial shifter. The Rebel shifter is an all-metal dial. Oh, so you've got... Okay, so you've got the 8-speed. How do you feel about Keltec? Keltec is fine. Different companies, you need to go into their inventory with a specific view of their product. Keltec is not expensive, so you don't need to expect a lot from them. Staccato is so expensive that you should expect a lot out of them, and they underdeliver because they're a bunch of overpriced pricks. The range you shoot at seems cool. Yeah, it's my buddy's gun range for his gun store. In fact, on the 16th, I'll be at his store helping him out for their anniversary. You got the silencer on the Glock? No, the silencer is on a gun called the Fusion Firearms XF Pro. Never seen the Diablo black powder 12 gauge pistol. I don't play with black powder, sorry. Why do you look like that? Because I looked at your mom naked and it fucked me up. Old Toyota Hiluxes would be really nice to have, but I don't want to pay import prices. Dude, you can make a Hilux. All a Hilux is just a Tacoma. Colt versus Glock, who wins? Neither one, because neither one's getting my money. Yes, your mother is a bitch. Do you have an M16? Nope. Are SIG 320s and 365 really going off on their own? 365s are not going off on their own. They're a completely different operating system from the 320. So, the 320s do. What's my oldest gun? I've got a 1907 pocket hammerless. We don't have Hilux because of chickens. Do you have 22? 22 what? Magnum, Hornet, long rifle, short. .365s do not have the same problem. Their trigger system is completely different from the 320s. They just happen to start with a P3 number. Can I have one? Nope, not unless you marry my cousin, and he's butt fucking ugly. Don't have a Car 98. Which one is the best one you like to shoot with? Typically the left one, because I'm left eye dominant. Bertina is a youngster, so Bertina gets to go away. Bye, Bertina. You own a Colt Gold Cup? Should I mill it to fit a red dot? I don't even like that much with the irons. So Colt has lived off their names for so long that when their quality dropped, people still thought they were good guns. CZ acquired Colt a few years ago. They still haven't turned them around. So yes, cut the shit out of that thing. Just joined. What do you think about the AR-10? I don't mess with the AR-10 much because there's so much variance in AR-10s. AR-15s, you can pretty much take an AR-15 upper and mix it with any lower. AR-10s, they all have different cuts on them. Not all of them, but you know what I mean. There's like 4 different common cuts for the lowers to uppers. So I don't really mess with them. Thought it was cool. There's no background check. It's a handheld sawed-off shotgun. The Diablo is small. Oh, I get it. I understand where you're coming from. A lot of people do that just to get past caliber rules and stuff like that. Now I get it. Why are you left-eye dominant? You have no idea what you're talking about. The reason I'm left-eye dominant is because I have a fucked-up right eye from my sister scratching my cornea when I was 5. Do I have a Steyr AUG? No. Do I know how to make suppressors from scratch? Yes. Will I ever do it? No. Do you ever shoot PRS, building and getting good with a competition? Precision rifle? No, I've never actually done that. What about 38 Super? My STI Grandmaster is in 38 Super. I love that gun. Glitch says background equals green screen. Hey, dipshit, I'm wearing a green shirt. Think about it. Cody, what's up, man? Come on in, people. Let's just have a chat. We're only going till 10 tonight. All the J series are pretty good, but in my opinion, J53 is the best I personally own for. Yeah, I'm not really into the small trucks, so. What do you think about the Kel-Tec 5.7 no mag? Probably hard to reload in situation, but you got 21 rounds. So it's stripper clip fed, and yeah, so when you have that many rounds, that's cool. The actual downside to that gun design is actually getting the rounds out when you're trying to clear the weapon. You have to keep racking it because it doesn't have an unload button. Junior's been giving me a run for my money. Has he? I'm cross-eye dominant, so I do better with pistols. I have one eye weaker, but even if a rifle has a real range, some hate, sniping is not my game. Where I am, 300 is a long shot. Yeah, 300 is the longest we go here as well. And I'm cross-eye dominant, but I've always just been better with pistols anyways. That's to say I'm accurate with rifles. I have a problem shooting rifles. It's just I prefer to shoot with my left eye. Your opinion on HK MR556? Never shot one. I'd like to. Which one be jamming? The one I call Bob Marley. Do I have a Mossberg 590A1? No. I got rid of my 590 a long time ago. I had the 590 retrograde, and I sold it to a buddy of mine. The last one I had was probably 3 years ago. And then I run a Mossberg 930 now. I prefer semi-auto. Well, so I prefer, and I'm not inaccurate. We just do what we got. I've always been fairly different cross-eye dominant crew. Yeah, well, I'm also cross-leg dominant. So when I used to skateboard, my left leg is my strongest leg, but when I skateboard, I kick with my right leg. Should get a can and upper. I was thinking about getting one and then using it to shoot tennis balls with my dog because noises don't bother him. You're disliked by many, that's why I own a semi. Always kicked with, so called wrong foot. I believe the accurate term for skateboarders that do that is goofy foot. But yeah, it's just the way I've always been. No, I don't have a Stoger. Out of all guns, which ones are you most comfortable with? It's kind of a weird thing. I wouldn't say that I'm uncomfortable with almost any gun. There are the super small guns I'm not really fond of. But 1911 is my natural shooting gun. Jeff, I talked to whatchamacallit, and I'm waiting for them to send me some paperwork, so... Uncrossed dominant shooters score significantly higher in contest. I can shoot with both eyes. I just prefer the left eye. Is that like a Gucci Glock upper on the wall? No. So the upper that's next to the Daria is the original top off of it. So it was a distributor exclusive cut with a gold barrel DY9, and then Darius sent me the island top, so I just have both now. What's wrong with your eyes? I saw your mom naked. Is that launcher considered class 3? Can you buy with just a background check? You don't even need a background check. It's a 37 millimeter signal device. It is not a 40 millimeter grenade launcher. I was not in the Army. Looks like it could fit on a Glock. It's Gen 5, Gen 4, Gen 5 compatible, the Daria DY9. So yes, if you have a Gen 4, Gen 5 Glock, it will fit on it, no problem. Thoughts on Canik TP9 models? I like the TP9, always have. Thought they were good guns. Hey, you've got the Fortnite AR. Jesus Christ. For me, I don't look with binocular vision. I have one strong and one into the cam, but they both work. Blame nature. What about a Glock 20? What about a Glock 20? I don't like Glocks, period. So if you ask me my opinion on a Glock, I don't like them. Are they reliable? Yeah. Do they work for most people? Yeah. They're boring as shit. Hello, Damien. Opinion on Beretta A300 Patrol. Been looking at one and trying to see if there are better options. It's really solid. The next closest one would be the Mossberg 940. They're pretty close in price. Like the JM Pros are very close in price to the A300. So if you're going to look at those, look at that. You're not going wrong with them. Hold on. Hi, buddy. You are so tired. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you. Ow, he's biting. No, I'm just kidding. He's not biting me. My boy's a good boy. He's just very tired. Are they real? My tits? Yes. Hey, what's up, Mouse? Show us a Saiga 12 or else. I sold my Saiga. No, it's fine, Karina. I give that opinion all the time. Now, look, I've got a Glock tattoo, which means I'm allowed to bitch about them all I want. What do I think of the Binelli Supernova? For the money, you can usually find them in the $300 range used at pawn shops. If you can find one in around the $300 range, it's actually really, really good deal. GeForce Bullpup, any comments? GeForce is very cheap Turkish shit. What dropped dead immediately? Hold on a second. Jeff, what'd you say? What'd I miss? Come up in your house and take all your guns and you wouldn't do nothing about it. You're more welcome to try. What's the pistol with the red grip? That is the Fusion Firearms XF Pro. I have shotguns, personally like the Triad. Stock boomstick style, went for a pistol grips and didn't like them. No problem. The traditional, gotcha. When I shoot long guns with both eyes open, what do? I try to keep both eyes open because you want to keep situational awareness with your off eye. So if you're left or right eye dominant. Also, it allows you to keep track of the targets. Glock follows the KISS method. Keep it simple but boring, like bad book putting someone to sleep, but it'll put people to sleep too. So it's I've said it a lot, and the way I put it is, if Glocks were sold for $300, which is all they're worth, I wouldn't have a problem with them. If Glocks were the same price as an SD9 VE, no problem. But when you try to ask $500 for a gun that's fundamentally 40 years old now, the design, the feature set, it took them until the Gen 5 to make them ambi, and it took them that long to come up with better cuts for them. MOS is Gen 5. I mean, that's bullshit that it took them nearly 35 years to make it optics cut. Heisers are cool. I've had a Heiser. I don't know what's going on, Jeff. I'm missing a lot of shit, dude. Gen 5 Glock sound around 1800. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Hey, Chanson, what's up? I wonder how much it costs Glock to make a base Glock Gen 5 yards. Gotcha. You shot something in the eye. Gotcha. So can sell their guns to police, law enforcement, and military for $339, which means they're still making a profit at $339. That's blue line pricing for a Glock 19. Which is another reason why all the law enforcement agencies are carrying Glocks is because they're $300-something instead of $500-something. Ephraim, what's up? It's amazing we got this many haters in here, even though there's only 50 people watching. High point or Glock? High point, please. When you got a Glock for the first time, how was it? I will tell you, Renetto, the first one that I got was a stupid purchase. I bought a Glock 27 in 40 caliber. It was my fourth gun or third gun that I'd ever purchased, and I bought it because it was Cerakoted and looked really cool. And then I realized 40 short and weak is a stupid caliber, and a small frame Glock is even dumber than a full frame Glock. Hey, Fish, what's up? I love Skippy peanut butter. Rocky doesn't like peanut butter. The haters are just loud, the rest are hanging out. It's fine, Samos. Let me know if you want me to stop timing out. Start timing only if they're spamming or being racist. Jif is better? Oh no, super crunchy Skippy is my go-to if I want to just eat off a spoon. There is no Vector up there, but if you're talking about the guns up there, the stainless one is the Para Ordnance CCW LDA. It's a light double action. Come on, people. Keep it interesting, bro. I wish I got something a little more characteristic. But my first pistol was a Glock 19X. Too much money, but 20 years old. First gun for the bedside. It's reliable, and I can count on it, but I want flavor. I have no problem with somebody buying a Glock just to own it for self-defense, one use, one gun for everything. That's fine. If you're not an enthusiast, I don't give a shit. You can buy whatever you want. Buy a Glock. It'll save your life. If you're an enthusiast, buy something else. It seems like this argument is like Ford, Chevy, Dodge truck owners. Oh, absolutely. If you love Glock, I'm not going to change your mind. And that's fine. I don't give a shit. You can have your opinion. I don't care how wrong you are. Mouse is better than Jif? Why would I put mouse on a sandwich? Oh, I'm just ignoring people that type in all caps. Don't worry about it unless they spam. Glock was my first Glock 27. Bought it from the pawn shop. It had a conversion barrel in it for $357. Bought 100 rounds of 40. Went to the range. Didn't fit. Oops. You like your Kimber, but you get yelled at. They're junk. So from about 2009 to 2017, they were having quality control issues because they were under a different management. In 2018, they moved their factory, and now they're starting to bring back their quality, and they're now available through all the distributors as well, which is a huge bonus. The thing about Kimbers is they use very good quality materials, but their finishing left a lot to be desired, so they were having a lot of jams, misfeeds, things like that, because there'd be burrs inside the slides or on the disconnector, or the sear to disconnector fitment interface wasn't quite right, things like that. So, if you can work on your own gun, then you can make them pretty reliable. Grayson, if they don't spam, don't get rid of their sentence. You got your first Para LDA in 95. Damn, I'm getting old. Don't worry about it, Mike. I appreciate that. And yes, I agree. The Canadian-built guns are the more superior guns. They were built to a higher quality level, so the Para USA guns, they're fine, but I prefer that. So I've got several Paras right now. I've got the Para 1345, the Para CCW LDA, and I've got the Para Black Ops 1911. The Para Ordnance Black Ops 1911 is a Para USA gun. It's a very quality gun, but it's not quite to the same level as even that LDA. You kind of look like Ice Cube. I've been told that before, Bald. I've also been told I look like Aesop Rock and Leota Makeda. Skippy, super chunky, reduced fat is what Mrs. Mouse got. It's so good. I'm eating off a spoon. It tastes like candy. So I'm allergic to peanut butter, but I still eat it anyways because I like the taste. Also, it's really good when you're drinking. What's the important thing is personal opinion. Everyone has a right to have theirs, and respect is perspective, and everything has good and bad trucks, guns, litter, almost everything. So, yes and no. Stamped or milled receivers. It's how well they're built that matters more than anything when you're talking about AKs. You can have a stamped AK that runs even better than a milled one. Just because the receiver was milled doesn't mean it was built right. You're calling the police. Why? Is somebody breaking into your house? You should hide up in the closet. Oh wait, you're already there. When I was 16, I lived in New York. I bought a 25 auto fire Titan from a crackhead for $25. Want to keep that gun, but it had no serial number. Believe it or not, in the United States of America, you do not need a serial number on a gun that you privately own. You can also manufacture a gun with no serial number, but I would never recommend carrying it. Also, if it was old enough, pre-1964 guns are not required to have serial numbers. What's your take on closed emitter red dots? Are they pretty much superior to single lens ones? The bonus to a fully enclosed emitter, and I've got 5 now, is that they protect the laser emitter, the LED diode. They protect that, and it also keeps gunk off the inside of the screen. I don't know if that's the best benefit, but it protects the laser and the internals. The Rock Island VR80. I don't know. I like it. Yeah, the VR80 was my first experience with an AR-12. Carry a Glock now, 9mm, the 45 with 2 mags, started to hurt my back. Sorry to hear that, Mike. Do I have more awesome guns like that? Just check out the channel, Renato. If you just go and click on the name when you're done watching the live stream, go to my videos. There are almost 2,000 gun videos. Is Diamondback any good? Their ARs, yes. Their pistol, no. I hope you like the parcel I'm sending you. What are you, old in English? No, I'm just kidding. I hope I will too. I have a Winchester Model 6722 single shot 22, has no serial number anywhere on it, including under the stock. Again, it all depends on how old it is, man. If it was built before 1964, it's not required to have a serial number. So you can literally, back in the day, you could order from the Sears Roebuck catalog and have it shipped right to your door. I love my VR80, but it took 600 rounds to break in. That's a lot of rounds. Normally they say 100. Yo, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to send you a package. Inside that package is going to be some stuff. You let me know how you like it, right? Oh, shit, I went Australian. The minute you go on nasally, we're going to talk in kilometers. My old lady, she told me that my dog was the best dog ever. Are you doing okay, dog? Oh, he's so tired. He's sleeping like he's dog tired. I don't want to get him up. Have any other hobbies? Yes, computers, comic books, electronics. Teaching my dog tricks every day. You've got to leave you flat and put some petrol in your motor. I'm going to go Australian here. See the new bug they discovered in Australia. Oh, it's in Austria. It's a massive stick bug. Nah, I'm all right. I wish I had the PSA lore out of the AR-15. You can't find it anymore. You talking about mine, the VA-15? Yeah. They did it because in 2019, Virginia was trying to outlaw ARs in the state. So they came out with a lower, and I'll show you guys a close. It says Sic Semper Tyrannis on the switch. Nah. It's all good. You have an Uzi? No. Am I scared to use guns that are kind of heavy? That's a good question. No. Actually, I prefer guns that are heavy. Heavier guns manage recoil much better than lighter guns. Virginia Beach? No, sir. I am all the way up in Northern Virginia. I'm close to West Virginia. I've got a cap on my cap. Me too. I'm gonna try them out on the T-Sauce just to mess with T-Sauce. Do you like the push over the snap? Well, push over what? Push what? You love the Shield Plus. It's a good gun, yes. It's $25 for lettering there. Hello, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. We talk like Ted here. I don't know who Ted is, but it's very good. Have I ever used an Uzi? Yes, I have. There is no Colt 44. You got any more favorites other than a Glock? All 1911s, except for G-Force Arms. That Chronicle that I got is shit. The one in the chassis up there. I got to do a lot of work to that. Hope you're having a better week than me. You got a slipped disc. That sucks, dude. I know the feeling. C6 and C7 have been slipped on me since 2014. When do you find out if your special license went through? And I have not been following up. I need to call them. Looking for a double stack 9 that takes Glock mags. It's not a staccato. Fusion Firearms XP Pro takes Glock mags. Also the Platypus. Is that a TAC 79? Yes, it is. What's the silver gun on your wall called? That is a Para-Ordnance LDA carry W. I don't play COD. Sorry, I'm not good at a lot of online first-person shooter games just because I suck and 4-year-old Korean kids are kicking the shit out of me. When a gun is heavier, it's more of a push instead of a lighter gun or smaller gun having a snappy motion. Oh, also bore height matters. For example, my 1911s that are all steel, they still have a lift to them, but you can mitigate that by putting weight on the nose. A gun like a revolver will push more because they don't have a cycling slide. But yeah, I prefer heavier guns just because the recoil is mitigated by the weight of the firearm. My phone is freaking up. I'm going to bounce. Have a good one. All right, Grayson, you have a great one, dude. Flip discs definitely keep things interesting for me. Well, mine also are impeding on my spine, so it's well, the disc and everything is squishy, so it exacerbates my nerve damage. So some days my entire left arm goes numb, and no, it's not a stroke. I'm in Winchester, Virginia. Platypus is the way to go if you have a bit more of a budget. Staccato, I don't recommend staccato to anybody because they're overpriced. But yes, if you want to shoot a staccato, go for it. Do I find it satisfying to reload the guns? It's fun to play with the guns, yes. Have I ever shot the SDK from Rock Island? Yeah, I was one of the first people to get one, and 37 rounds in, it broke. I did a video, and then I accidentally deleted the video. So the extractor on mine broke 37 rounds into it, and they asked for the gun back rather than sending me a new extractor, and then they sent me a new gun, so I got rid of it. What range do I go to? I've got a couple of ranges I use. I use Middletown Firearms range, and then I go out to West Virginia to Hardy Rod and Gun Club. Do I like girls with guns? Yes. Have I tried a Mauser in 7.65x53? No, I haven't. How much does the most upper one cost? If you're talking about the AR-15 up there, it's not for sale. The cost to duplicate that gun is about $4,500. Looking at the Canik Prime, CZP-10 comp, and TSOS PX9 comp. Still doing research, but can't find some in my local gun store. I have not shot the P10 comp. The Canik Prime is smaller than the CZP-10 or the PX9 because the PX9 and the P10 comp are both 19-ish size, whereas the Prime is more like a kind of like a 43X size. It's thinner. I like the way my PX9 shoots for sure. Thoughts on the P09 Nocturne? Do you think it'll be a good carry? It's what it was designed for, so yes. Hardy Rod and Gun Club. It's out in Moorfield, West Virginia. I like the gun you have there, the red handle. What is it? That is the Fusion Firearms XF Pro. It's got a custom barrel. What's the pistol with the blue handle? Is that a CZ? No, that is a Gerson Regard. It's a Beretta clone. Is that a 4X on it? No, that is a... I don't have the box in here. Oh, yeah, here it is. That is a Burris full field rifle scope. It is a 3 to 12 by 42. Burris sent me that optic. Do you have a Springfield XD in 9mm? I used to have the XD9 Elite. I got rid of it, though, because I didn't have the OSP. I wanted the OSP. My favorite gun YouTuber. Thank you. Hey, Justine, thank you for coming in. Cool dog, cool guy. Thank you, Malcolm. Nice collection, bro. The respect. Thank you, Scarface. You have a gun with no recoil. Not really. All guns have recoil. Everything follows Newton's laws. And there's an equal and opposite reaction. So when you fire a gun, there's going to be pressure that goes the opposite direction. So there's always going to be recoil. You can mitigate it by weight and design. Normally the tan one would have a Glock in it, but I sold the Glock 17 that was in it. If there's anything about Gun Tab, good or bad, it's supposed to be like PayPal for gun sales. I have not heard of Gun Tab. That is interesting. You should put an optic on the Tavor. I could. I've got a Romeo 5. Springfield Armory is cold. Get a gyrojet. Oh, I wish I could. They're very expensive. The ammunition is ridiculous. Your favorite is the 1911, just how it looks. My overall favorite is the 1911 as well. So you can see I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them up there right now, and I own probably another 12 to 14. Is that a 10 MCX? No, that is the recovered tactical Glock chassis. What 1911s do you like? Kind of like them all. I really want a Nighthawk, but I'm not ready to drop the money for one. I don't pay full price for anything, and I'm trying to get them to send me one. Nighthawk, if you're watching, I could use one of your guns. Bo is scraped. Hello from Chechen Republic. Do you have 545, brother? What do you mean? What is that up there with the chassis black one, if you don't mind me asking? That is Recover Tacticals 20/11. That is a 1911 chassis kit for the single stack 1911s. What kind of silencer do you have? That is the Silencer Co. Osprey 9 2.0. How much is a good, not budget-breaking 1911 caliber 9mm and up? If you want one with a fiber optic sight, they start in the fives. Like low $500 range. If you don't mind that and you can deal with like regular sights, you can usually find like T-Sauce and Rock Islands for under 500. Yes, 500 seems like a lot, but not in comparison to a Glock. But let's go ahead and I'll show you some close-ups of stuff. So yes, this is Exotic Ammo's TAC 79 37mm standalone. I have not fired it yet. It's just been sitting on my wall forever. Although I kind of like that stock. I may take that off and put it on one of my other guns. That is the Fusion Firearms XF Pro with a threaded barrel to run my Osprey 9 suppressor. That was a burp. That is the T-Sauce PX9 Comped. T-Sauce sent that out to me for a review. Thank you guys for checking out that video. Thank you very much. That is the Arex 01 Tactical. It's a 226 clone, but better because it's optics cut, has a threaded barrel, and it's probably half the price of one. That is a Ruger RXM in the Sharps Brothers all-metal chassis. Thank you very much to Sharps Brothers for sending that out. It is running the Holosun EPS full-size. Thank you to Holosun. Holy shit, this is nothing but sponsored stuff. But yes, they sent out their Holosun EPS full-size to put on the gun. So yeah, a $399 gun has nearly $1,000 in parts on it. That is the Sarchimal's B6P, so it's the polymer frame CZ75 Tanfolio clone, which is a really solid gun, very nice. Recover Tactical with a G-Force Arms Chronicle 1911. I actually got that one very cheap. That was a sub $300 1911, and it definitely feels like it. That's my custom built AR-15, binary trigger, custom grip, full ambi controls, full unique AR's upper with custom muzzle brake on it. Yeah, that gun is my favorite AR ever, and it will never be sold. Yeah, I love that gun. That is the Live Free Armory Apollo 11. Drunk Mouse is making me frames for it, so I'm going to be trying a couple of his frames out on it. That is the full 5-inch TSOS BR9 Duty Double Stack. So that's a pretty cool one. The Rock Island 5.0 RIA. Very nice gun, weird shooter, but very comfortable. The Daria Arms DY9 Island Barrel. Sorry, I'm trying to not be in the light, but yeah, so it's got the Island comp, or the Island ports, with the original barrel that came on the gun. Gerson Regard Gen 4 Sport. It's got all extended controls. The Gerson Influencer X that I customized, I had it blued by Taylors and Company. Did some grip, some trigger work. That's running the O-Sight from Olight. That is their fully enclosed optic, so that's their version of the EPS carry. Really good looking sight so far. Rock Island Armory double stack 9mm full rail. That is factory cut with a factory Rock Island optic on it, and the Para Ordnance CCW LDA. So it's an officer frame with the commander slide in 45 ACP. That thing's gonna kick, and that's just the chassis system that I had laying around. So that's the guns. Grips are in the mail for the 2011. Thank you. You put an optic on a red dot? I have a Primary Arms ACSS reticle. I have the SLX 4 power that normally sits on that AR-15, but Burris sent me that that scope for free as an ambassador for the company. Also, on my Dan Wesson DWX, I have the Burris Fastfire E, which is their ACOG. So yeah, thank you very much, because Burris they've been sending me things without telling me. They sent me that Fastfire E without even telling me they were sending it. Where's the 2011 Gerson? Pond. Shit happens. The O-Sight looks pretty good for your videos. Yeah, so yeah, absolutely, I do. It's actually, the dot's really bright on it, so I look forward to shooting that one. Stone, what's up? How does a trigger on the AR feel in single fire? It's lighter than a factory trigger. It's a Franklin Armory binary trigger. I believe it brings it down to like 4.5 pounds, so it's actually pretty damn nice. I only shoot it in semi. I rarely ever shoot it in full binary. You could have just sold me the Gerson. I don't want to sell the Gerson. I borrowed against it so that I wouldn't have to sell it. I'm done selling my guns. I decided the store's going online mostly only. I'm setting up with Gearfire so I can do online sales. Most of my sales have been online anyway, so yeah, I'm not selling any of my guns anymore. My personal collection is done being sold. What's my everyday Kelly? Kelly Kapowski. She's a really cool lady. She's Polish. She comes over once a week and does my laundry for me. So it's kind of like my every week Kelly. But everyday carry is a Para Ordnance 1911. I don't drink, Solus. Tech 9 versus Mac 11. I'm not going with either one lawnmower, man. How much is it going to cost to set up gear? Depending on which package I get, anywhere from $1,300 to $1,800. TJ, what's your opinion on co-witnessing a red dot? Is it necessary? No, it's not necessary. If you want to have full faith in just your red dot, then 0 for the red dot. Fuck the sights. Some of my guns, like the Gerson, you don't have a rear sight on it. The Gerson, the sight that is on there, the O-Sight, has a sight built into it, rear cuts, that seem to work with the front sight, but I haven't shot it yet, so I'll know once I do that one. I'm chilling with my kitty cat. I carry a Glock 26 Gen 4, pterodactyl optic on it, and pterodactyl flashlight. I mean, carry what you trust, brother. Get that. My dog is like, why are you talking so loud? And then I'm like, I don't know, because I'm talking to a phone. For some reason, I talk loud. When I talk to the phone, my mouth gets bigger. And my words come out loud.
Not only is it loud, it's annoying.
It's only annoying if you don't like it. Where are the other guns going? By the way, if you guys hit the like button, I'm a little bit shy on likes for the month, so I need to get those up. I know it's only the 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th day. I know. I'm sorry. I can't read. You carry your J-frame Monday through Friday. Nice. I have dogs and a huge freaking pew-pew. That makes sense. My dad carries an AR-15. That's cool. Philip, what's going on? How's it been going? Haven't been on in a while, but it's good to see you. Hey, Gabe, what's up? Yeah, please do subscribe as well. So it sounds stupid that I asked that, and please understand, it's just me asking you guys to click a button just to fuck with the algorithm on YouTube. Google is a bunch of dicks when it comes to catering to certain markets, and the gun market, gun tubers, we get the short end of the stick because there are some dipshits that ruin it for everybody, and we're hard hit by it. I want to carry my MP2, but I need to take it to the range. Yeah, you do. All my rifles are full auto, but I'm here in the Philippines and it's allowed. Nice. So this is what my dog did to my new hat. I just picked up a full-size M&P carry comp, replaced the metal frame with the full-size polymer, makes it way neat. Why would you replace the metal frame with the polymer one? Send me your polymer frame. Or send me your metal frame. I'll build another one. I don't have dogs for protection. They alert me to grab a pew-pew. That makes sense. Do you change what's on your back wall a lot? Not really. So I change it because I take the guns down after the lives are over. I put them in a locked gun room because it would be extremely irresponsible to just leave out guns. And they go in different spots sometimes, but that wall is for 2025 acquisitions. So what you'll see are guns that are being bought and sold this year only. Your mom carries a Glock 26. Nothing wrong with that. Uh-oh, Mr. Stress McPuppy. No, Mr. Dick McPuppy. Mr. Puppy over here. So I sent him I told him to go lay down the other day while I was working on the computer. And he was really quiet for about 20 minutes. So I went in there to check on him. Because he wouldn't leave me alone. So I said, go lay down, go lay down, go lay down. And he did. And when I finally went in to check on him, he was eating the hat. Because he's a dick. Because he knows I like my hats. Are you alive, Rocky? Okay. He breathes so shallowly, I don't see him breathing. Actually, I bought a hat like that. Your dog has style. Yeah, but you have a special... I notice you have no Brico pistols. What the hell's a Brico pistol? I like the metal frame. I'm just testing some things on it. No, send me your frame. You said it out loud. I mean, it's a new rule. Claim it, dibs. But yeah, he ate the button off of it too. For like the last 24 hours, I've been watching him poop just to make sure that it wasn't full of plastic. He wasn't too pleased about you dissing him last stream. Yeah, I don't care. He's an awesome dude, and I love him. Yeah, so I decided to teach him to shake today, and it took less than 10 minutes to teach him how to shake hands. I've noticed since Zaxxon has been MIA that sex toy packages have stopped. Me too! And I'm a little disappointed. I'm kind of running out of things to do. I'm just kidding. My cat likes catnip. My cat's on drugs. Yeah, catnip for cats is ridiculous. Oh! My dog, nothing phases him, man. I tried playing with him with a laser. I have a green and red lasers. Doesn't even bother him. I'm shaking hands for dogs. Well, I taught him to do that because from my understanding that the more things you teach your dog, the more it engages them mentally, so it gives them something to do. And instead of just giving him treats for not pissing on the floor, giving him treats for learning tricks is actually something that makes him feel better. So it works for everybody. Yeah, at first, because I was holding the treats and then having him shake, so he kept going for the hand with the treat in it. But after, I picked up his paw a few times and said, shake, shake, and he just all of a sudden just started doing it. All them guns, we need to report him. I have to tell you something. I am a holder of a federal firearms license. I am a dealer of firearms. Trust me, the government knows I have guns. What's the best first pistol for a homeowner? Practice would be the best first thing, but the next best thing is to find a gun that you're comfortable using. I can tell you what's reliable. Glocks are reliable but boring. A shotgun would be a great choice because you can put birdshot and buckshot in it. But I never give like full recommendations because I don't know you. Any recommendations for wanting to add a light to a Smith & Wesson 411? Want to add a TLR1? Do it! Drill that shit! Bryco is now Jimenez. Oh, okay. I used to have Jimenez arm stuff. I had the JA9 and the JA22. In fact, I had a gun called Big Dick McDick. It was a Jennings, which also became Bryco. So Jennings became Bryco. Bryco went out of business, became Jimenez. Best first pistol is Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum Snub Nose. Hell yeah! Do I ever once a gun range? What? Just shot 22 and 9 for the first time. People say 22 is nothing. Need to shut up. 22 is nothing. If you can't handle 22, you got issues, my friend. Hey, soldier. You know me. Could you suggest a first gun buy? Yes. Glock, 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 Glock. Get a Glock or we're not friends anymore, dude. Your dog pisses on the floor. I hold my cat for whenever it's like a doo-doo. My dog does not pee on the floor. The first day I had him, I had to leave him for a few minutes and I didn't have a crate, so he, due to anxiety, pooped on the floor. That's going to happen. And then 3 days later, we gave him too many begging strips treats, so he got diarrhea. Again, not his fault. But since then, in the last 3 weeks, he has had 0 accidents. He holds it until I can take him to poop. I can handle 22, but it's pretty strong. Shit, looks like we can't be friends. Alright, well, I'm not sending you your Henry then. What happened to your hat? Let me guess, Rocky. I sent him to my room, and he decided to eat my hat instead of anything else in the room. Canic over Glock. Agreed, Smitty. 22 went through a tree. Okay. Mrs. Mouse says bacon strips are not a good treat. No, I'm using beggin strips, not bacon strips, beggin, B-E-G-G-I-N. They're designed for dogs, but yeah, too many of them are very bad for a dog. They're very, very much just artificially created. Are you going to submit ID to YouTube or boycott YouTube? Genuinely wondering. What do you mean submit? I do love me Echelon. Oh, I love the Echelon. I've got the Sharps Brothers Echelon, and I've got the Sharps Brothers frame on my RXM. Have I been to a gun range? Yes, I go every week to a gun range and shoot. Hit the thumbs up for this man. Also, what do they call that? Hit the Dougie? Is that a thing? 22 Magnum is awesome, but my favorite Constantine is 22 TCM. It was a round created by Arms Corps, which is Rock Island as well. Dude, that round is as fast as a 5.7 out of a 5-inch gun. Everyday carry is a 1911. Do I have a Beretta? Yeah, I've got a couple. Do you have a Glock 19? No. Yes, but no. I have one in the safe because if I don't own a Glock, I'm not allowed to bitch about Glock. So I have 7 Glocks. They're all customized, and they sit in a safe because they're boring as fuck. The frame feel good in the hand. Understood. Yes, sir. I agree. I love their frames. I got to get the magwell for the RXM, though. I think on the 20th, they said YouTube users will be required to submit ID into the U.S. related to not safe regulation in the not safe for work legislation in the South. That is not something I know of, but even if they do, I'm a monetized creator. They already have my ID on file. Do I like sloths? Oh yeah, sloths are awesome. I don't have a Colt 1911. Do you have an S333 Thunderstruck? No, I'd love to get one. Y'all are talking some weird shit. Yeah, Stone says that a lot. Do I got any good scopes that will work on the lever? No. Do you like the judge? It's fine. Yo, where you been hiding? I took last Wednesday and Friday off because I didn't feel like live streaming because life sucks. But I'm feeling better now. You know, I've never heard anyone ask, would you ever get a flamethrower? I used to have one. They're completely legal. You can order them to your house. And in fact, some of them are funny because you can buy the backpack attachment. You ever shoot black powder? No, I do not. Never really got into that. So I'm a very late adult into the gun game. I'm 45 years old. I started shooting guns at 37. What happens is I tend to pick up hobbies super fucking fast. I seem like I've been doing it for a long time, but I really haven't. I mean, I'm going on 8 years now, so it's not like I'm a newbie to the gun world anymore. But because I started very early or very late, I have a limited desire in firearms. I'm a pistol guy. Straight up modern pistols, even 1911s. I like modernized ones. What's the dumbest question somebody has asked you? I had somebody come into a gun store that I worked at and told me the 1911 is his favorite platform. He knows everything about it, but he didn't know how a single action trigger worked. MC, what's up, Joe? Nice hat. Is that a metaphor? No, Rocky decided to chew the shit out of it because I wouldn't play with him one night. And I decided to wear it tonight. Plus, it's a hat and it's funny. It just looks distressed. You started shooting guns at 13. There you go. My favorite pistols are 1911, Reed. Am I into pyrotechnics? No. You look 27 at 45. Yeah, if I shaved and lost a little bit of weight, yes. Can you show us your favorite gun? No, I'm not allowed to pick up guns. DB is very busy these days. He texts me random pictures almost every day, though. It's a designer hat. Yeah, if Kanye West was selling this hat, it would be sold through Balenciaga, and it would be about $8,000. King A-Rod, what's up, man? Everything's fine. What do I think of Kimber? I like Kimber. Kimber uses very good materials. You just got to make sure that you get a new one or a very old one, and then you have good quality. Don't know how old I started shooting gun, but I do know it was years ago. Nice. Bruce, what's up, dude? I've got your barrels sitting on my counter. I just haven't gotten around to sending them out because I'm being a lazy bitch. I'm very sorry. I will get those out in the mail. I've got to send out a few guns. So when I mail everything out, I'll send everything out. Love the wall. Thank you, Medwan. Springfield or SIG? Springfield currently SIG for the 226, though. The 226 is hard to beat, and it has none of the issues that are associated with the 320. So keep that in mind. No hurry. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm just slapping a label on the box. So YouTube get all butthurt if you actually handle the guns on live? Oh, yeah. If I pick up a gun, the live will end automatically. AI watches any gun-related channel, and they monitor in the background. And if I pick up a gun, it will, within 30 seconds, kill the live stream. I can add one more. Yeah, if you want to add one more, let me know. Lady at the post office checked your parcel like it was a football, and she said, trying to make it, she chucked it. Yeet! You think all AI ammo will go down in price? No, I think so, because of the tariffs and shit. I don't know what a Vernator is, brother. Call you tomorrow from an AR-10. All right, dude, do that. Don't do shout-outs. Sorry, Kenny. Am I a veteran? No, sir, I am not a veteran. I was not able to serve. I wanted to, but I was disabled from a very young age. My father was career military. I spent all my teen years. I used to polish his boots and help him get his uniform ready. So I was ready to join the military, but they wouldn't take me. I had flat feet, a bad back, and cluster headache. Is Chat GPT? Yeah. Military should have gone to the P226. Yes, should have, but they were not cheap enough. Also, I don't recall that the 226 was submitted for the last round. What PCC buy if you had one choice? CMMG Banshee. She straight up yeeted it. I hope it's okay. I'm sure it will be. Shit, actual firearms on a YouTube live. Yes, the terms of service for YouTube are I can display firearms and the AI refers to them When it sees them behind me and I'm not handling a firearm, it just thinks it's like when you're showing a video. They're displayed, they are not being handled, manipulated, or demonstrated. However, it turns out Twitch allows you to go to a shooting range as long as you're not shooting in a violent behavior, whatever the fuck that means. So I might start Twitch streaming from the range while filming other videos. Bone spurs? In reference to what? Is that a new pistol made in Austria with the digital readout? Oh, yeah, no. It would be cool. Isn't that like $4,000 or $5,000 or something? Best AR under $1,000. Probably like the you can, if you can find them on sale, an FN-15 or an IWI Zion are very solid. Yeah, I have a feeling that the next round is going to go to Glock because of the issues SIG is having. I got you into guns. Nice. Is the Twitch thing new? No, they've always allowed guns. I just didn't really look into it. Although they remember there was that live streamer that supposedly cleared his gun, but he racked it before he dropped the mag and ND'd into his wall. You can't wave your guns around. You cannot point a gun at your camera, and you cannot wave them in a threatening manner. Is their rule? Any of those unused? Do you mean new? No, they are all fired guns. All my guns get shot. I sold the DB-15 actually. Sorry. Sorry, Kenny. I have a very strict rule. I don't do shoutouts. I apologize. That's about as close as I get, brother. That's a lot of AR. Yes, it really is if you can get them. It's probably that much because it's a prototype. No, that's actually the price they said they're going to release them for. TFBTV interviewed them. Now that you're telling me which one it is, I remember the video. They're going to be very expensive. Did I do any more Life in a Gun Store videos? I haven't done any gun videos. If you notice, the last long form came out over a week ago. I should look more into that. I love to stream range trips. Yeah, I am very much looking into that. And tonight, after the live stream, I'm going to film a lot of gun videos that I need to upload. Congrats on the sale. Thank you. It was a friend of mine. Do I still have the signs you made me? Yes, I do. They just fell down. One is inside this cubicle. The other one is behind the cubicles, and I have to get it out. I got you into guns. What guns are you doing videos on? Pretty much everything on the wall, because I haven't done a full breakdown of the para-ordnance. I have to do a full breakdown on the Echelon and comparing it to a standard one. The Sergeant Miles B6P, the G-Force Arms Chronicle. I'm going to take it out of the chassis for that video. The Apollo I have not done a video on. I've got a few up front that I haven't done videos on. I have not done the extended video on the Island Barrel one either. Thought you were mad at me or something because I don't see the signs anymore. No, they fell off the wall and I'm too lazy to get them. I'm a little bitch. Mouse. HR loves you, bro. What? I want to see the Apollo couch review. I will. Thoughts on Shadow Systems? Overpriced trash. Well, they're not trash, but they're overpriced Gen 3 clones. Oh, okay, I knew it. Yeah, I'm just a lazy bitch. Although the break I found for your gun gets it, for the Tavor, gets it to 31.5 inches, so it qualifies. And it's only that much longer than so a standard flash hider is about that long. The moderator I got for it's about that long, and it brings it into California compliance, so you're good there. Shittiest gun is either a Glock or a High Point. I'd rather have a High Point. Either this week or next week, I'm going to take my Springfield XDS Mod 2 to my local gun store and get a red dot for it. I'm leaning towards Holosun, either the 407 or the 507. Both are good choices. I like the 407 because you can get a deal on them that just don't have the same feature set. In fact, Ruger made their own improvised version of a Mac 9mm. Can you send me a picture of the moderator if it's not too much trouble? I'll have to get a picture of it from Spondy tomorrow. I'll send it on to you. Are Walker's electric muffs good? Yes, Walkers are kind of almost the standard in the industry. Everybody copies them. When do the tax stamps go free? January 1st? Supposedly, yes, unless some kind of injunction goes into place. Heard that Holosun is going to start manufacturing in the U.S. in Arizona. Yeah, I've heard a lot of companies are bringing manufacturing back just because of the cost of tariffs. Why'd you get Rocky to chew your hat? Shut up, Sam. Thoughts on the Match X? Love mine. I have a pair, and they're amazing. Yep. I used to buy only 407s and got a little spoiled with fancy reticles. Yeah, I like the circle dot versus just the dot, too. So Rocky chewed my hat because I told him to go lay down. Which frame kit is that? The tan one on the wall. That is the Recovered Tactical P1X. It turns your Glock into an AR-style gun. Is YouTube falling off? In what respect? You want to get a new suppressor for the 3030. Get a 36M. Circles with dots are a new favorite. Circle dots are a little busy. Really? You like the circle without the dots? So you kind of like the, that's like a fast fire reticle for like shotguns used to do that. Do I have a review on the Match X? I think I saw it. Yes, it's from a few months ago, but yes. How many guns do you have? A lot. Did you get a haircut? It looks like a hat. Yeah, but spamming gets you banned. So, call the FBI. I do that all the time. They hate me. I'm always like, hey, I own a gun store. Nanner, nanner, nanner. My friend Tito just bought a SIG P320. Will SIG compensate him since they are malfunctioning and self-firing? No, because if your friend Tito just bought it, he's stupid because this problem's been going on since 2021. It's his own fault for buying one this late into the whole drama. Also, if he bought a base model, that's his own fault. If you get one with the flat face trigger, they're not part of the recall. Oh yeah, circle no dot is fast. Yeah, circle no dot really aids when you're good at point shooting. Because if you get the circle anywhere near the target, then it will do the job. I like the green dots. Yeah, green dots are good. I do not have a Mossberg 500. I run the semi-auto stuff. I'm very much a semi-auto dude. I don't like pumping because I have nerve damage. I don't always rack them all the way. Do I have an M1 Garand? No, sold mine. Got any FN scars? No, too goddamn expensive for what they do. What do you think of Airsoft CQB? It's fun to watch like SWAT guys and elite military guys go into a Airsoft CQB and just destroy the shit out of people. Jesus loved you as a father loves his child no matter what you've done. My dad beats the shit out of me, so let's go, Jesus. Favorite on the wall tonight. Favorite on the wall tonight is my Para Ordnance LDA, followed by my Gerson Influencer X, my custom build that I did. What laser light combo do you recommend for a Glock 19? Streamlight, TLR 7, or TLR 8, or whatever. I have 3 scars, bro. They're lit. Yeah, but you also spent 10 grand. I'd just buy, although, you know what, Justin? I take all that back. I keep saying shit's expensive, and then I look at things like the AR up on the wall. That AR-15 costs more than a scar. So I take back everything I just said, Justin. Please forgive me. Scars are awesome. I'd love to have one, but I don't have that kind of money to pay for one. Let me put it that way. I'll take back my statement and say it in a way that doesn't make me seem like an elitist fuck. Because to duplicate my fucking AR-15 costs $4,500. Does Geisley make the best lowers for AR-15s? They're super solid. If you're talking about like a complete lower, probably like a strip lower, they're all made out of the same kind of aluminum, just slight variances. What's a good red dot starter set? Romeo and Juliet. So you get a Romeo 5 with the Juliet 3-power magnifier. Joe, I know you like talking smack. Please stop at the bed. Jesus talk. I apologize. I will leave that alone. Easier to piece it together than all at once. That is true. Brooke, what's up? Buy a cheap AR and replace every part over time I spent on barrels and lower parts. That's what I would recommend for most people. Especially if you're new to the platform and you're not sure if you're going to want to upgrade one. Get a base model and start working on it. What AR-15 pistol would you buy off the shelf? AR-15 pistol? Probably something like a... God, that's a good question. Probably something from CMMG. Be back later. I got to take care of something. I'm getting done at 10 o'clock, dude. I got stuff to do. What do I feel about Radical ARs? I'm fine with them. I have the RF-47, their AK-47 variant, and I have one of their RF-15s in my store. You picked up your M90 today. Nice, dude. You're going to like that. Good barrels are not necessarily expensive. No, that's true. CMMG has extremely good quality control. I personally have never had a problem with the CMMG gun. I've had both their conversion kits for standard AR-15s, and I've had their full builds. What's the largest caliber that can cycle in the AR-15? I think 50 Beowulf MC is the largest caliber that can cycle. The wife is rocking the OD Gree Jiminy Show shirt today and tonight running some errands. Nice, Cody! That's because I'm looking to buy something nice for myself tomorrow. No problem, Jumbo. Do I have a Glock 19X? No, I do not. Glocks are overpriced and over. So the Glocks I have are all full customs, and I don't use them anymore. And if you go back on my channel, you can see all the different customs I've built. You've been running a CMMG 6.5 Grendel mags, best one out there. Nice. Love all the guns, brother. Thank you for showing me I can have the right here to bear arms in the United States. Yes. America's great for that. Man, that RX and build is so built, I might have to save it for that grip module. It's definitely worth it. Keep your eyes open. I think they're going to be doing some sales here in the next month or so. My cat likes to get in front of the phone and watch you. Are you okay, bro? Yeah? All right. He is breathing a little heavy. Fucker snores. It's hilarious. The other night, I'm just laying there, right, watching something on YouTube. All of a sudden, I hear... And this little guy's over there snoring like a son of a gun. Damn, brother, ready to go, ain't it? Yep. My cat snores from time to time. Yeah, cats are cool. I was thinking about getting him a cat, like a companion cat. So I have him as my companion, and I was going to get him a cat. I like the steel grip Ruger. It's aluminum, but yes. My pity snores like no one. So he's got pity in him, and I think that's where it comes from. Gun on the far left. You have to be much more specific, brother. No Glock 16 to show you. What the hell's a Glock 16? America! Fuck yeah! Are there steel ones? I'm not sure. I don't know. Do I prefer the Romeo and Juliet over the Holosun? I've never shot the Holosun variant of the magnifier thing. What's an estimate for all in on the all-metal RXM? So with the module, without the optic, you're going to wind up being at about $800 for the gun, which still brings it about the same price as like a PCC, Performance Center metal comp or metal carry. That particular gun has the EPS full size on it, which is an MSRP to like $489 optic. So to duplicate that gun is about $1,300. My cat is a playful cat, and he's high, which makes it even better. What you can do when the ATF runs over you. Actually, Hulk Hogan's voice is now. Because if you don't know, Terry Bollea is dead. I prefer LPVOs over magnifier and red dot combos. To each their own, dude. What's up, Daniel? What do you know, weather boy? It's hot outside. It's a Glock standard price here in Massachusetts. Yeah. Didn't you shoot my AR? I have never shot your ARs. The only one I ever shot was the Black Rain I sold you, and that had optic on it. Had the optic I put on it. You have to look through the same spot, so might as well have all the magnification. What's his name? The one that commented that his cat is playful. He said his cat got into catnip and was high. What's the pistol with the red grip? The pistol with the red grip is a Fusion Firearms XF Pro. Did you see the airman who was killed with a firearm that was sitting on a desk? Yes. That's why the M18 has a stop use order on it. Joe, what's the parts list on your AR? So it's got the Virginia lower. It's got a full ambi kit. I can't remember who the manufacturer of the ambi kit is. I thought it was Geisley. It might be somebody else. So it doesn't use a bad lever, but it has ambi bolt and mag releases. It has a Franklin Armory binary trigger in it. It's got a custom Magpul KOE or MOE K2 Plus grip on it that's been stippled. It has a unique AR's upper on it. They're out of Idaho. Has a unique AR's brake on it, which is a really loud brake, which I like. I like my AR to be obnoxiously loud because, fuck hearing protection. Has a Magpul collapse, it has a Magpul stock on it. Has a Butler bolt carrier group in it. Has the Burris full field on top of it, and trying to think if there's anything special with it. Yeah, that's the parts list. I know you're tired of me, but have you got your brat in yet? No, I just sent them an email to Night Knowledge. I have an Iron Dome. Thank you. Looks like somebody's packing. Oh, you've seen my pants? Awesome. Love your streams, man. My buddy and I watch all the time. Can you shout them out? You almost got me, Macon. Do you have a slingshot, though? No, I always wanted to get one of those, but they're expensive, and I thought you need a motorcycle license for those. What's the parts list on your AR? Kidding. Thanks for listening it out. Ha, 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 MC. Fuck you. Your next gun just doubled in price. What's your opinion on the MP Shield X? Haven't seen the Shield X yet, but I'm guessing it's going to be pretty solid. I like the Shield and the Shield Plus as guns anyway. Go Raw. What's your best first gun? The best first gun is whatever you feel comfortable shooting. I can tell you what's reliable. Glock 19, Canik MC9s, Canik SFXs, Walther PDPs, Smith & Wesson M&Ps. Those are all very reliable guns. The best thing you can do as a first-time gun owner is to go to a gun store and check them out. If you have a range near you that rents those firearms, go and shoot a few of those firearms, and you'll find the one you like the best. Nationwide gun legislation is wise. I disagree on a fundamental level, because the only person that gets protected by gun laws is criminals. What do you think about Smith & Wesson's new PCC 22? Looks like it'd have the 22 feed problems. I have not checked it out. I will at some point, though. Go Raw. Shotguns, question mark. Maverick 88, Stevens 320 are good entry budget guns. They're usually in the 250 range. They're very reliable, use good parts. Then you can step up to Mossberg 930, Beretta A300s. If you want to get into the semi-autos that are reliable, and then you go to Benelli if money's no issue. What rifle should I get with 1K? What are you looking for in your rifle? Bolt action, lever action, semi-auto, AR, AK? You got to be a lot more specific than that, dude. X-Ray, what's up, son? I think my cat's dead, just got into a cast of catnip. Nah, he'll be fine. It's kind of like weed. You can't overdose on catnip. He's just going to crash at some point, though. MC, we'll see you on Friday. What's a good lever action rifle? Most modern guns are pretty damn reliable. So, like, Henrys are really good. Rossies are a great budget option to Henrys. Just make sure you get something good. Marlins are okay. But Marlins were part of Remington for a long time, and or Ruger. And Ruger had restructuring issues back in the late 2010s into the 2020s. So, hello, OP. I'm almost falling asleep while I'm sitting here, so not good. What's your favorite gun? A loaded one. What about G-Force? It's Turkish stuff, not high quality. That 1911 up there was a sub $300 1911 with front serrations and fiber optic sights, and it feels like ass when you rack it. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of work with it. Do you have a Desert Eagle? No, I sold my Desert Eagle. I used to have one. If you go on the shorts on the channel, you've seen the videos of it. I had a stainless one. Have I ever been in the military? Nope. What's the one with the red? That is a Fusion Firearms XF Pro. Go on my channel. I did a review of it. Is an XD Springfield and 40 good? Everything you said up until 40, I would agree with. How do I feel about guns parts kits? Depends on what you're trying to do with it. He's attacking you? Well, that just means he loves you. Guns parts kits, if you're talking about like building 80 percenters, I don't really mess with those. If you're talking about the AK stuff, it's the best way to get a full Romanian or European gun. If you're talking about just upgrading a gun, go for it. Hi. Hello. Am I circumcised? Why are you asking? Are you 4? Actually, I don't want to know that answer. Hold on. My eyes are starting to stop. He just said they're starting to stop. This is why I'm only going till 10. My brain is not working. My eyes are not working. My dog is as tired as I am. So I took my dog on a 1 mile walk today, and I don't normally walk that much, and neither does he, so he's fucking tired. Holy shit, I should not have done that. I really can't read now. Do I like Zastava? Yes. What slide is that on the bottom of the left side of the wall? That is the Daria Arms DY9 gold barrel. It's a limited edition version of their upper. They also sent me their Island Comp barrel because I did a review video on the standard DY9, and they saw the video and they asked me if I wanted the Island top, and I said yes. The Llama 45 long frame. I've never played with one net, but I like Llama stuff. Or Yama. Opinion on the M&P 10mm. It's one of my go-to recommendations for people looking for a polymer frame 10mm. They're very. I like how nobody's bringing up the hat. That boy is so dumb. He's from the shop down there, and that would have had a hat, man. Awesome collection. Thank you, sir. I love Zastava. It's a bit annoying that it can't take a lot of AKM parts. Yeah, it is a bit annoying, but you know what? There are a lot of parts it will take. Chris says they're new. Hello! Hi, new. I'm Joe. Also known as Jiminy. Also known as Fuckstick. Is I'm new a new TikTok thing? If it is, get the fuck off YouTube. Go back to TikTok. You fucking weirdos. Do you have any Gerson? I love mine. Yes, I have multiple Gersons, and they are very solid. The ones I have always done me well. I will point out a couple that are on the wall right now. You've got the Gerson Regard 9mm Beretta clone, and the Gerson Influencer X custom build I did. Yeah, I do a little bit of work on my guns because I like them. The hat looks like something they would sell like that. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. It's like if Kanye West did something. Picked up the little Stoker STR9 MC today. Pretty comfy little gun. Going to take the range soon. Everybody, Chanson, go over to his channel and sign up for him. He's a young, smaller gun tuber, and he needs to get some more people watching his shit. He's a good kid, and he goes out and shoots. He likes to shoot trees. So if you want to see trees get turned into books, go sign up for Chanson. He's just a good dude, and he's got a sponsor that lets him check out some good fucking guns. So, yeah, go check out Chanson, man. Just got the Beretta clone. I have the 2011. Yeah, I've got their 2011 as well. Thanks. Also, hello. Nice. Yeah, Carson is good people. I sent him a gun safe for his birthday. He actually won it on live stream. Honestly, it was funny. Maverick 88 12 gauge, any good? Absolutely. It's a baby Mossberg 500. It's a cheaper version of a Mossberg 500, made by Mossberg. The box says Mossberg right on it, 100%, and it takes all the 500 upgrade parts. What home defense ammo do you use? Well, my shotgun, I'm using buckshot, so Federal, just double aught buck. My 9mm run. So right now I am running. I can't get the round out because it's stuck in there. I believe right now I'm running American Gunner, Hornady American Gunner right now, which is a pretty solid hollow point. I won a guitar. Yes, you did. Kieran says we're just guys being guys. Pretty much. Although if you have epilepsy, be careful if you go over to his live streams because his flashing lights. Sorry, Chanson. Got to give you some shit. Got any tips for sighting in a red dot or any other sights in general? I got a bore sight laser the other day to hopefully help. That will definitely help, but the main thing is when you're at the range, basically you need to start by putting the red dot in the bullseye and work from there. A lot of people will try to adjust to where they think the bullseye is and then shoot at that. You need to fire the rifle, whatever your red dot is, pistol, rifle, put the red dot on the bullseye, pull the trigger. Wherever the round goes to, adjust to that spot, and then fire again. A lot of people try moving the gun around instead of the sight, if that makes sense. It doesn't make sense. I hate to ask twice, but the Taurus 92 or the Gerson clone? Curtis, no problem. I missed the first time you asked it. I'm actually going to go with the 92 for one specific reason, and it's the frame-mounted safety. I'm not a huge fan of the slide-mounted safety. I like the Gerson. It feels good in the hand. It feels better than the Taurus, honestly. But the slide-mounted safety, I have a history of riding high with my thumbs. I've shot a few slide-mounted gun safeties, and I will jam my fingers on the gun, and I've almost broken my finger before. We all win on this channel. Yeah, we do. You have a best gun YouTuber. I do okay, Kenny. Thank you. I was marked safe today from P320. I don't understand what you mean. I hate side-mounted safety gun too, but I own thumb. Yeah, I get it. So do I. That's why I got the Gerson. Plus, I got a good price for it. Any recommendations for a carry pistol for an elderly woman with arthritis? Yes, Gerson MC14T. It's a tip-up barrel 380. So you tip up the barrel by pushing down on a lever. You don't have to rack the slide. You put it in one round, put the magazine in, and then it auto feeds. That's what I would recommend. Same. Frame-mounted safety is better, but have you noticed a reliability difference? I'm going to say no. Taurus PT92s are built on original Beretta, or they were up until probably 95, 96. They were originally designed on Beretta tooling. They are Berettas. So as long as their new tooling had followed suit, they're pretty reliable. I've had good luck with all my Tauruses, and I've had excellent luck with all my Gersons. What was the first gun? A Rock Island double stack 1911. Hey, what's up, Polish boy? It's 10 o'clock, guys. I'm falling asleep sitting up, all right? So I need to go. We did great. A lot of likes. A lot of you subscribed. I really appreciate that. I'll be back on Friday. We'll do a full 3 hours on Friday. I can't even stay awake. I'm falling asleep while I'm talking, which is impressive, but I start saying weird shit like I know where Diddy keeps all his files. So, yeah, I'm going to pick up the phone, show you the guns, and then show you everything and then hit the thing. Damn, the SIGs my friends have are ass. Mine are all good because I don't buy base model shit. That's all I'll say. A lot of base model manufacturer guns are like 4-cylinder Chrysler 200s. If you're gonna be a broke ass motherfucker, buy a Honda Civic. Basically. But yeah, look at all that. You want to see the dog? 365 is perfectly fine. So as you can see, because you guys didn't like me enough, my dog is dying. Yeah, you can see. Hey, Rocky. Rocky. Say goodbye. Thank you for showing everybody your junk. I'm sure they really like that. Say bye to my dog. Okay, he needs to go to bed. All right, guys. See you on Friday.
Bye-bye.